Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show, see him on the screen there, Dustin, Kerns, Appalachian State. My good friend. How you doing, Dustin? Good to talk to you, man. How's life there in Boone, man?
Life is good, JR, and it's cold, but it's always good to be on the Bossman Show.
Yes, sir. Dustin, let me ask you, man, I know you all had the hurricane come through this summer with all the flooding. So how is the community now? How's it doing? How are you all in that recovery process?
Yeah, I would say, and thanks for asking, I would say that we've got a resilient town, a resilient community, and really what appeared to be a kind of maybe a once-in-a-lifetime type natural disaster in this area. I would say that I do think that for the most part, our community has really recovered well by the help of so many people. Our county, though, still has some work to do. When you get in the surrounding county and some of these back roads and some of these bridges that were washed away and you go out campus 15, 20 minutes where a lot of power lines, a lot of things. So they're still recovering. But we had a lot of help from a lot of people, and we're very appreciative of that.
100%. I wanted to ask you because I was concerned about. I know I texted Mike in Asheville, and he texted me back, and I said, I just was worried about you all. I saw it because it came through Atlanta. We had the rain part of it in the wind, but then it went to you all. Just was dumping.
Yeah, and I think that there were many places impacted. I think from a Division I standpoint, us and UNC Asheville, like you mentioned, were probably the most impacted from a Division I standpoint. But a lot of small colleges around here, Lees McRae and some small colleges around Nashville that are really got a long road ahead.
And you guys are playing well at home, Dustin. So I can only imagine seeing you guys play at home itself. And too, it's a good diversion for the community to kind of come out and once again come together and rally together around Appalachian State basketball, because you're doing very well. Kind of something to get their mind off of the devastation that's around them.
Yeah, and we're appreciative of that. We've been in the last 2 years at home, I think something like 20, 21-2, 22-2. And so part of that is we've really created a home court atmosphere. We've really created, our students have been really good. And so, hopefully we can certainly keep it going. But, we've really built a home court reputation and atmosphere.
100%. I've watched some games on ESPN Plus, man, and 1,000% you got a home court advantage over there. It's where you guys play at it, man. And so far, Dustin, you're 5-0 on fact win streak right now. 5-2 in Sun Belt play. What's kind of been key to this win streak that you've been on so far, man? And we're on the road at Old Dominion, and my good friend Preston over there at JMU.
Yeah, I think it started with the non-conference, right? Like we played a really, really intense, competitive non-conference schedule. And if you really look at that, Miami of Ohio is tied for first place. Queens is in first place. William and Mary is tied for first place. Colgate's in first place. Sam Houston's always very good. North Texas is at the top of their league. High Point's in the top of their league. So I just think our non-conference schedule has really prepared us. UNC Wilmington, all right, is Wisconsin. I mean, I just think that our non-conference schedule got us better, and playing those games, especially playing a lot of those away from home, really got us better, and that's what you want. And now I think it's starting to carry over into the conference play, which is we're a really competitive league, right? And we're fortunate to be on a 5-game win streak, but certainly we got to go on the road again here this week.
100%. And also, I would say this to you and ask you this question. College basketball is pretty much a one-year team these days, man. So how key is it that summer period to travel you get guys and come back for classes in August, try to build that rapport, that chemistry before you touch the court November the 4th, and so you're not so much trying to do trial and error so much in the non-league play, so you don't show such a bad start, so you kind of have a equilibrium there. So how crucial is that period in the summertime to build that camaraderie, having new guys coming in with this new whirlwind in college basketball?
Yeah, and I think that you probably hit it right there, the nail on the head, right? Like I think that building that camaraderie is a big deal in the summer, and so every Friday in the summers we do some sort of team activity, and really just try to build that chemistry and camaraderie and alignment, because I do think that in 2025 that a team is a competitive advantage, and when you can get people pushing in one agenda, you can get people aligned, you can get people that really like each other. So if they really like each other, then they're willing to defend for each other. They're willing to share the ball for each other. And I think that becomes a competitive advantage. And I think that does those days in the summer do add up with those things.
No doubt, because I remember when you and I was it was October 15th was a magical day. I kind of do miss Midnight Madness to a degree, but this way you actually can know what you have more so than you did back in the day.
And it just starts earlier and earlier. It really, really starts back in June. And as a coach, you've got to be really selective with what you do, because obviously it's the summertime and you don't want to overdo and overcoach and wear out their bodies, and you got to pace them, but also you really got to spend as much time as you spend with player development, as much time you spend with, installing some things, you've got to spend on team chemistry and camaraderie.
100%, man. And Dustin, how helpful was it at Christmas break to kind of rest some of your guys who nicked up and reset them and refocus them for this Sun Belt run? Because I know when you play these intensive games, man, guys can kind of get tired of you. You get tired of them a little bit. And that little break you get there at Christmas kind of helps you kind of refocus, reset, and also kind of do some self-scouting as well.
Well, I think every coach has a different perspective on that Christmas break, right? Some coaches, hey, I don't want a long break. I don't want to have 5 or 6 days off. I'm the opposite. So first of all, I've got 2 little kids. My staff's got kids, and I want all of us to have time with our families at Christmas, right? Because there are our families and their kids are only little ones. And so we had about 6 days off. And that's by design. I think it's kind of like the NBA All-Star break at some point.
Looking forward to it.
everybody's kind of got to go, recharge and just reset and have a break. And I think the Christmas time to do that. So I've always taken that philosophy. We're going to, like, we played on December the 20th. We did not return until the 27th. And our guys were excited to come back. I know some coaches' philosophy is the opposite. They want a 2-day break. They don't want a break. They don't want their players to go home. And I'm the opposite, right? And so I think that break really helped us. We're 5-6 since that break, but I thought it kind of allowed us to everybody to recharge. And it's a long season, and it's really the one time you got a chance to really, self-scout, reassess, but also most importantly, our coaching staff spend time with their kids, and our players get to spend time with their parents and families at home. I just think that it's therapeutic.
100%. And I hate I'm gonna miss you because you come to Atlanta during the All-Star break. I'll be in the islands with me and my partner. I'll be in the islands. Soon as I gave on February 12th ends, we're heading to the Caribbean. We're out.
Where is the NBA All-Star Weekend this year?
It's gonna be in San Francisco, Golden State. It's the 13th through the 16th.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, you would Georgia State on the 15th, and so we're gonna be already in the islands, sipping on pina coladas.
That'll be therapeutic. That'll be therapeutic.
Oh, 100%. You ready for that last part of the push, man? Also, Dustin, man, like you said, man, I think it's good to kind of, because the game is tough enough, man. You kind of get mental break. And I know, for our guys with the Hawks, some of the guys looking for the All-Star break, getting away for a little few days. Like you said, it's very, we have families with this ground round. Like, I don't see my partner, but only when we're home. You don't probably see your kids unless it's late at night after practice. So you need that time with your family. And family's everything, especially with things happening in our world today. Family means so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we're all human, and I think that it's a long season. And college basketball has gotten longer and longer and longer, going back to June and then July and then August and September. And really, when you start your scrimmages and things like that in October, and we're all trying to play until late March or April, I mean, that's 6 months of games. And so it's therapeutic, it's healthy, physically and mentally, to have a really long break. Once again, if you look at our schedule every year, we have a considerable break there around Christmas, and that is by design. That this is a chance for everybody to recharge, everybody to spend time with their families, because once again, we're trying to play long term. And I do think when you get into late February, I do think you can start seeing in your opponents, the ones that have been grinding and since the summer and did not have a break, mentally they're ready for a break. And they're not peaking then. And I feel like that we're always trying to play our best basketball at the end of the season.
100%. And I know you're proud of these two young men, CJ and Miles, averaging double figures for you, setting up your offense there. Talk about the importance of those two young men, what they've meant to your team this year, man.
Well, first of all, they're first-class people, come from first-class families, just high-character people, right? And I think you win with character. And Miles Tate and C.J. Huntley have been guys that have done well in the classroom, but they're great leaders. They're great teammates. They have been, and not only that, I mean, they're really good players, and they're hard work. Both of them are everyday guys. Both of them come to practice every day. They don't have a day off, in the sense of they don't take a day off, right? They take a day off from practice. I'm just saying, like today when we practice, they were going as hard as everybody else. So Sunday, obviously, we took off. But yesterday in the gym, they're in the gym on their own, but they're in there, and every rep is a game rep. And today, every rep's a game rep. And so that's contagious within your team. And so they certainly have that leadership. But both guys are really in their last year having their best year.
100%, and you got to shoot very well from three, over 37% from three-point range, and about how important it is to shoot well from three, not having that good space in it that you want to be able to call defense, have to decide how they're going to close out to you, how they're going to defend the ball screens, they want to defend certain action a certain way because you got to shoot so well from downtown.
Well, I think that's, sometimes this shooting can be kind of an equalizer. And certainly think that we've got some guys that have been able to make some shots. And I think most importantly, they've created shots for each other. And sometimes when you have a guy that can make shots, just them standing on the floor helps your spacing because of the capability. And then, certainly even with a big guy that, makes a couple now, just that becomes a really, serious threat on an opposing scouting report. So I think most importantly, the threes that we're getting are the right threes, and they're playing to our players' strengths. But certainly we've been shooting the ball well, and hopefully that continues.
Hey, you're doing a good job, Ma. I know you probably want them a little lower, but valuing the ball, limiting turnovers. About how important it is that ball, how important it is to value that thing and not turn it over. Especially them live ball ones, but make sure you be valuing the ball, making the right play, reading before the catch, having a 0.5 mentality, and not getting too stagnant with the ball.
Well, we always have a saying like, you got the program in your hands. The whole program, all right, is in your hands. And so let's make simple decisions. Let's make simple reads. We try to simplify things for our players. And let's hit a bunch of singles and doubles. I wasn't a baseball player, but we don't have to step up and try to hit a home run every single time. All right. So let's just kind of hit singles and doubles and get on base and make the simple plays. But certainly when you've got the program in your hands, we certainly want our guys making the best decision for the team.
100%, man. Well, Dustin, I'll tell you what, buddy. It was good to talk to you on the show. Good to see you at Lake Point like it was in summer again. I was good to see you out there, man. And I hate I'm going to miss you when you enjoy the state, but in spirit, I'll be there cheering for you, man.
Well, JR, it's always great to be on the Bossman Show. Appreciate you having me on, and appreciate your friendship. Thanks for what you do for growing the game of basketball.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you as well, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Get The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.